Everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm doing a video today about people that I don't really give a shit about all that much. I think I did a version of this video, I never released it, and then all these other things came to light the last couple of days. Not came to light, but were manufactured or dredged up, and that is the whole thing about Elon Musk and Twitter and all that whole ruckus that is being perpetuated in the media. So, for one thing, I do not like, there's many things I do not like about Elon Musk. Very anti-labor, very normal standard billionaire type of bullshit that he's involved in. Now, another thing about Elon Musk is that he's very popular, has a cult following. He has this way of being kind of blunt about certain things. Now, it's very similar to someone else that we've seen the last couple of years come to prominence even more. And he was even the president of the United States, and that's Donald Trump. Now, the whole thing that bothers me about this whole Elon Musk thing is not the cult that he's cultivated necessarily, but how these normal behaviors of billionaires and CEOs is being kind of downplayed in light of his bombastic style and identity politics. And I've talked about this before. What I think is happening, I don't know if this is a conscious thing or not, but I think that the elites, they want people to be arguing over Elon Musk's tweets rather than talking about, his labor practices or his very normal standard beliefs about, corporatism and so forth. So this is kind of just, it goes a lot deeper than what people have said, and it's like this Donald Trump thing, like, oh my God, we gotta stop Trump, but Jeff Bezos, he's okay. This neoliberal, blue check mark, standard liberal, and definitely not leftist ideology that Trump is the only bad billionaire, if he even is a billionaire. That's been disputed. Sorry, Trump fans. If he even is a billionaire, the standard, he's like some kind of exception to the rule because he has mean tweets or he says this or this happened with him. It's like this weird undue focus that I've talked about before. So I think they have, I don't know if there's like a term for it in like the occult or, in semantics. I'm going to probably look into this a little bit more. But it's like you have this object of focus, this anchor towards someone that isn't really that different than the people that you're not paying attention to, but you're normalizing those people. Just like with the last 5 years. Oh, George W. Bush all of a sudden is a good person, hanging out with Michelle Obama and Ellen or whatever. It's like, oh, because Trump is so bad, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens with Elon Musk. The media goes after him, and all of a sudden people are like, Jeff Bezos is a swell guy. Bill Gates is already worshipped by a lot of the liberals, anyways. So that's not going to change. But Bill Gates hanging out with some celebrity or something, like injecting themselves with boosters, just for fun. And hey, man, we should shoot up these boosters, and then one of them croaks or something. Never mind. It's just a joke. But lay off me, YouTube. I'm sorry. So it's just like it's just a mess because I don't think that people really understand how this stuff works. But I think that it is a coordinated attempt to demonize certain people, worthy targets, like kind of flipping Noam Chomsky's worthy victims concept and talking about worthy targets. Oh, well, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are worthy targets because they said something bad about Idpol. But, you know, Bill Gates isn't, even though maybe his labor practice or that he pursued or his monopolizing things is worse than Elon Musk or Donald Trump. So we got to attack Elon Musk and Donald Trump more. It's like this weird shifting the focus, to have people focus on this bright object over here while you're taken away. It's a classic diversionary tactic. It's like my friend went to Europe once, and I think he got mugged. He didn't get mugged. He got something stolen from some street person. I think they were of. Well, I won't talk about that much. It was in France. I think someone tried to steal a wallet. Maybe it was his dad or something when he went to Europe. And what they do is they distract you with something else. They talk to you, and that's how like Darren Brown. If you watch those old Darren Brown hypnosis videos from back in the day, he'll distract the store owner and only pay him half of what the item costs or whatever. The hidden camera, and then they go back. It's kind of like a candid camera. So I think that's what they're doing with these things with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. It's like a diversionary tactic that the elites use, and they have to have this guy in the public. So Donald Trump, in all honesty, his star has waned. I mean, obviously, I don't believe in banning him from Twitter or anything like that, but his star has waned. Like, oh, we got to have this new thing, to focus on. Oh, Elon Musk is the new bad guy. He's the new bad guy. It used to be that you just had like foreign leaders as bad guys. Oh, well, Noriega is no longer the bad guy. We got him. So Saddam Hussein's the new one. So we got to go to war. They used to do all that kind of stuff, but now it's domestic, which is pretty sad. The new evil, the new devil that we've got to go after. There's nothing wrong with the devil once in a while. But yeah, it's so stupid. And I think people that I was watching some Breaking Points videos. It's like when you attack Elon Musk from the actual things that he is bad, quote unquote, about, rather than, oh, he said this, or they're trying to Me Too him now too, of course, because he said he doesn't like Democrats anymore. It's like when you actually attack these people for bad things that they actually do, but they're more normal things, like Donald Trump. Oh, well, he had all this corruption, these companies in New York or whatever, something like that, like stuff. Oh, instead of his mean tweets, or he's so bad, when you attack stuff that's normal, the risk is that the Democratic politicians who are partaking in the same kind of corruption will be targeted by these things, because they'll, oh, well, what about, some will say, well, what about your involvement in that company? So they have to focus on all these other things, like, oh my God, his mean tweets is so racist. And I mean, yeah, I think Donald Trump definitely tried to cultivate a little bit of a xenophobic, racist element on his part. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, he's perfectly fine. No, he definitely tried to cultivate that. There's no fucking denying it. Now, the Republicans have tried to cultivate that for 50 years plus. So it's not anything new. But that's the whole problem, is that pretending it's something new is what bothers me. And that's why I go on the attack so much against the Democrats and the liberal / neoliberals. I still think that the neoliberals and the neocons are the more imminent threat upon our civilization than necessarily right-wing or left-wing populists, though. I still think that we can try to, there's some danger in the, I was watching something about some Trump endorsed politician that wants to ban birth control. I'm like, what the fuck, or supposedly. I haven't read, I didn't read it, I didn't do my own research about it, but it's that kind of stuff is scary. And one of my friends, he's very into the fighting the evangelicals and stuff, because he's a Christian and stuff, and he thinks he wants to fight the evangelicals from gaining power, and that's a good thing, and that's something I support. I don't support that kind of shit, but at the same time, I don't support ministry of different ministry of Orwellian anti-disinformation board or whatever the fuck they're trying to do. I don't support that either. So that's about all.